My crush texted me. Since Halloween is coming up, just know I'm terrified of biceps in case you wanted to scare me. I stared at my phone screen for a solid 5 minutes, sitting on my bed, trying to figure out if Sabrina was messing with me. My chemistry lab partner for 2 months, the girl who laughed at all my terrible science puns, had just sent me the most confusing message of my life. I screenshot it immediately and sent it to my best friend. What does this mean? Bro, she wants you to show up with your arms out. This is not complicated. But what if it's a joke? What if I show up in some sleeveless costume and she laughs at me? Then you laugh too. But what if she doesn't? I wanted to believe him, but this was Sabrina we were talking about. The same girl I'd been convinced had friend-zoned me since September. The girl who asked me to help carry her textbooks but never anything else. Who complimented my gym progress once but then talked about other guys right after. The next morning, Halloween, I stood in my room like an idiot, pushing through every shirt I owned. Nothing seemed right. Too casual, too try-hard, too obvious, not obvious enough. I tried on a pirate costume with rolled-up sleeves, looked in the mirror, took it off, tried a gladiator outfit my roommate had from last year. Way too much. Finally found a Captain America costume at the mall, the sleeveless version that showed enough arm without looking like I was trying to be a bodybuilder. You're overthinking this, my friend said when I sent him a picture. I'm going to look like an idiot. You already look like an idiot. Might as well commit. By 7 p.m., I'd almost talked myself out of going 3 times, but I kept thinking about her text, about the way she'd smiled at me during our last lab, about the possibility that my friend was right. The party was already loud when I walked in. I spent the first hour pretending to care about people's costumes while searching every room. No Sabrina. Maybe she hadn't come. Maybe the text was her way of making sure I'd look stupid at this party. Then I heard the scream. Not a real scream, but the most dramatic, over-the-top fake scream I'd ever heard. I turned around, and there was Sabrina, dressed as Black Widow, clutching her chest and stumbling backward. "Oh my god, someone save me!" she gasped, pointing at me. "The biceps! They're so terrifying!" Everyone was staring. Her friends looked confused. My face was red, but she was grinning, and suddenly I understood the game. "Sorry," I said, walking over. "Didn't mean to scare you with my absolutely average arms." She peeked through her fingers. "Average? These things are weapons of mass destruction." She reached out like she was going to touch my arm, then yanked her hand back. "I'm being so brave right now. Years of therapy to deal with this phobia. Should I get you a paper bag to breathe into?" "That would be great, actually, but you'll have to carry it with your terrifying arms." We kept this ridiculous act going for 2 hours. Every time I reached for something, she'd gasp. Every time someone asked what was happening, she'd explain with a completely straight face that she had a severe bicep phobia, and I was helping her with exposure therapy. I'd flex unnecessarily. She'd pretend to faint. People thought we'd completely lost it. Around 11, we ended up outside on the back porch. The party noise was muffled, and she finally dropped the act. "So that was probably the stupidest way anyone's ever flirted," she said, pulling off her red wig. "But it worked, did it?" She turned to look at me directly. "Because I've been trying for 2 months. I asked you to help me carry a single textbook. One textbook. It weighed like 2 pounds. I thought you were just..." And I kept mentioning how strong you looked after the gym, and how good you looked in that tank top at the car wash fundraiser. "I thought you were being nice." "I'm not that nice." She moved closer. "I literally asked you to study with me every single day, even though I have a better grade than you in chemistry." We were quiet for a moment. She was looking at me with an expression I'd never seen before. Vulnerable. "I'm actually scared though," she said finally. "Of biceps? No, you idiot. Of messing this up. You're like my favorite person to talk to. What if we try this and it ruins everything? What if it doesn't?" She took my hand. "That's scary too. Good thing we're being brave tonight. So we're really doing this? I mean, we're already in coordinating Marvel costumes." She laughed. "Okay, we're dating then."